There's not that little piece of spice that makes it nice.
Spice!
It's something, I don't know, where's the
spicy?
Put that steak and slap it!
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. That's what I believe. We did a review.
Have you ever seen a vampire? They're not romantic. Forget whatever you've seen in the movies. They don't turn into bats. Crosses don't work. You want to kill one? You drive a wooden stake right through his heart.
Okay guys, what matter? We watched the movie John Carpenter's Vampire. Does it go along with what we just did, Texas 2 and Halloween 6 produced us? No, but we're fucking crazy. But yeah, so John Carpenter's Vampires, it was one of those like Western kind of old style gunslinger type vampire movies by John Carpenter. He's awesome at doing that kind of stuff. It takes place, there's these vampire hunters, they've been hunting, they work for the church, the Catholic Church, they're hunting down and killing these nests of vampires all over the world. They've got several teams, but this one focuses on James Woods, who's the leader of this team. They run up against this big, tall motherfucker that looks like he's the lead singer from Third Eye Blind. I'll never let you go.
Around the belly face down on the mattress.
Like every time I see him, I just think of that guy. But anyway, so they go up against him, and he's like the originator of the vampire disease, and he's a badass guy. Like, you know, he slices people right in half. He puts awesome stuff. And James Woods on the hunt. His whole team gets wiped out. He gets put with this new priest that's never hunted vampires. He just knows about it, and he's only left. Huh? Padre, not compadre.
Whatever.
But he's left with, and he's also the only surviving team member is Daniel Baldwin. And they also a girl that got bit by the main vampire that they use as a psychic link to find him. That's pretty much the story. James Woods is fucking awesome. I mean, you couldn't pick a better actor than maybe, I mean, you could have picked George Clooney from Dusk Till Dawn, but let's not worry about it. But this movie does have similarities between that and Dusk Till Dawn.
And I don't remember which movie came out first or whatever, but it does. Like, you got the two guys on the road, vampire killers, who are just badasses, and they're the anti-heroes. They get fucking fucked up, they have sex with hookers.
I love that part. Well, the scene with that exemplifies that. It's when James Woods like grabs her when they're getting out of the hotel room after there's this big massacre. That main vampire shows up. He's like, "Come on, we gotta go." He's like, "Did he bite you? He fucking bit you." And he's like, "No, I can use you." And he grabs it. And then Daniel Baldwin's like, "Leave the bitch. She's dead anyway." Like, it's just like they're not heroes at all. They're not gonna try to save you.
But they're the anti-heroes, and they're still likable just because their characters are who they are. Like James Woods, like you said, is fucking badass.
I love
in this
it.
role. And every time I think of James Woods, all I can think about for some reason is that scene in Any Given Sunday where he gets fired from the team and he tries to get his cheerleader to come with him, and she's like, "No, I think I'll stay." And he's like, "Fine, just stay here. Get butt fucked by 500 Neanderthals."
Let's go.
No, I'm gonna stay here, Harvey.
What?
Please.
Perfect. Fuck. Okay, stay here and get butt fucked by 12 Neanderthals.
But yeah, so James Wood is a perfect asshole bad guy.
Yeah, he's got
good
that
guy.
smart aleck attitude that works with him. And the overall story is simple. It's not like hard to figure out. I mean, it's very basic. Like, go get the bad guy who's the main vampire. But the way it's brutal. Like, these vampires are fucking brutal, and he actually explains that well. Which, you know, I'm just repeating it from the friggin' movie, so don't get mad. But there's a scene where Padre, you know, he's new and he's trying to introduce him to the world of vampire. He's like, okay, so first off, all you see this stuff in the movie is bullshit. He's like, they're not like, it's not like they're a bunch of faggots running around with rental formal wear.
Yeah.
And that's from the fucking movie, so don't get your panties in a twist.
That's just great. That's just fucking great.
Okay, that's from the movie, but that's what he was telling you. Know, basically, they're not saying these are like, you know, just like they did in Dusk Till Dawn. These strippers turn into big monster vampires. He's just telling you that these. He's like, you're gonna wear garlic. These motherfuckers will bend you over backwards and suck you off, whatever he says. But he's like all dirty mouth and shit. And he just doesn't care, and they're just showing you that these vampires are brutal. They don't want to be all artsy fartsy with you and tell you stories. They're gonna rip your ass apart and maybe bite you and turn you and be their slave. That's it.
Yeah. So the first fucking quarter of the movie is a 10.
Oh,
The first 30% of this movie is a 10. It's so super badass. They've got these badass gadgets and stuff, how they do things, the badassness of the characters, the way that they kill these vampires. They go in, they stake them, they pull out with these gadgets and stuff like that, and pull them out into the sun so that they burn alive. And it's just like, oh my god, this is going to be the most badass movie ever. And then it just kind of falters. Like, the movie kind of changes. Like, you go into this long lull of where nothing's happening, and there's just like the same shit, and she keeps having flashbacks to the other vampire, and like, they're trying to explain the story, and there's the cardinal and the compadre and all this like that. So it gets kind of like it falls apart. Shut up. It falls apart in the second act. It really does.
Yeah, there's something about this movie, like when you watch it, it's just like something's missing. Like there's not that little piece of spice that makes it nice.
Spice!
It's something, I don't know, where's the
spice?
Put that steak and slap it. It's just not there. And I don't know what it is. I mean, I can't put my little finger on it, but it's something. It's just not there.
Yeah.
But overall, like it's just a fun action movie that is like a throwback to those mid-90s kind of movies that you're just having fun with.
Yeah.
And like I love it, like because when he's whipping their asses, he's like, die you fucking bitch, die. And he's like stabbing like, God, get it. Like, you get into it. You're like,
I love how angry the main characters are. That's what sets the whole movie off. But it's just, and I found out that right before the movie, like a week before the movie was set to shoot, they cut the budget 2/3.
Yeah.
They cut 2/3 of the
You
budget.
get tired
So that
of hell.
explains a lot. They said they kept a lot of the script and a lot of the dialogue, but lost a lot of the action. I think that's where the second, act of the movie fell apart a little bit. But it picks up again the last part of it. It gets pretty cool the way that they do things, the way they work together. And Daniel Baldwin, I think it's Daniel.
Daniel or Steve.
By the way, the Baldwins, I mean, you got the Wayans and the Baldwins. And the Baldwins, man, I think their staple is every single one of those fuckers has a perfect 5 o'clock shadow.
I know. I want one of those.
They've just got that. That family has the 5 o'clock shadow knocked out of the park. And you know what's random about that, Jay?
You have one? You
No.
try to get one?
No, I wish I could. But
You like men
Alec
with
Baldwin.
scruff.
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
The shadow.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
That's probably how that creeped into someone's brain.
I know.
Great 5 o'clock shadows. The Shadow, Alec Baldwin. But yeah, no, I thought he was good in this movie.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I've not seen him. I can't remember what else he's been in.
I can't either.
But yeah, I mean, he was a great actor, and it also the relationship between him and James Woods' character is good.
Yeah.
Because especially near the end, when James Woods finds out he's been bit. And he's like telling me, he goes, wherever you go, I will find you and I'll kill you, but you have 2 days, I owe you 2 days
That's
back.
a badass scene.
I love that scene. And and I even liked that James Woods starts coming around to the Padre. And he's like, let me ask you a question. He's like, when I was kicking your ass back there, did you get a little wood? Get a little mahogany? And he's like, what? And then he ended when he was like, well, you get some wood? He's like, no, he's like ebony. He's like, what? He's like mahogany. He's like cherry. And he's like, are you possessed by demons? He's like, I got a major chubby.
And that's the character, the dialogue in this movie, the script is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Because even between them, when James Woods and Baldwin get in a fight, and he's like, all I know is we're going to have one hell of a fuck of a fight. Like that kind of shit's awesome. The dialogue's really good. The action falters a little bit, and sometimes it gets kind of cheesy with the slow motion.
Well, I think what you said, though, their budget getting cut. They probably just didn't know. Maybe they had these other great things planned, and they just couldn't do it. And, I don't know what happened after this one, because I was actually looking forward to the sequel. I was like, holy shit, we're going to actually get more. They're going to rebuild the team. It's going to be like a Resident Evil kind of movie, but it's going to have, like, badassness to it.
Not just they brought in John Bon Jovi.
Oh, shit, that's when it ended. It's like, it's my life. But, yeah, at the end of the day, like, this movie, to me, it's just really, it's solid and fun. I'm going to give it, like, 8.0.
8.0, I give it a 6.0. I thought it had a lot of freaking problems, but the characters were really enjoyable. I love James Woods. I love the idea of the movie. It's like a 9.
Yeah, I mean, if it was, Dust Till Dawn for me is like a 9.
Yeah.
This is an 8.0 because I think that it had the potential to be what Dust Till Dawn was, and it could have been just on the same level. But like I said, it has that little lack of it that just doesn't go all the way.
It had a lot of pacing issues in this movie. So
maybe that's because but the reason maybe Dust Till Dawn was so well done is because you had Quentin Tarantino in it, and he focused on one small thing.
And I thought Dust Till Dawn faltered a little bit too.
Yeah,
they actually get to the strip club, and it's also just kind of hokey a little bit. Even though I fucking love that movie, and that's better than this to me.
Maybe that's because they weren't. But I'm saying maybe it was better. Well, it was more well done is because it wasn't trying to be as big in scope.
Yeah.
As vampires are trying to do this whole thing all over the world.
Yeah.
And to me, it's Halloweenish.
Yeah.
Like it's the perfect kind of movie to sit down and relax, drink a couple beers with your friends, and eat some popcorn. And be like, fuck yeah.
He wanted to make a Western movie and set it in a horror thing, and he got his wish. But I think if he got the money he wanted, this movie probably would have been an 8 for me. If they got to do what they wanted to do. But still, good movie, fun movie, like you said, to watch during Halloween, and that's our motherfucking review of
Lights,
it.
camera, action.
Yeah.
Bloodsuckers.
I'm Mike. He's Jay. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, guys. You can get shit there you can't get here. Follow us on Twitter as well, @WeWatchedTheMovie. And until next time, he's Jay. I'm Mike. And we'll see you next time, you fucking pancake eaters.
Suck face.
We watched a movie.